My name is Kelli Austin, and I have been the director of BBLC for almost 38 years. I came in August of 1983 as the assistant director teacher position. When I first started teaching, I was the only teacher and I had an aide with me, and there were 30 some students. We were only open for a 3-hour kindergarten readiness program. And then the next year we had about 50, 60 students. So we increased our rooms that we were using and increased our staff. Each year it seemed that we increased more and more with more and more children, so we kept using more classrooms and kept growing and adding more staff. I think the things that are fun for me is one, walking down the hallways and passing each class and hearing the kids sing their songs or just we always pray before our snacks and lunches, and so hearing the kids praying in unison, that just blesses my heart. The other things that are fun is just the light bulb time at the end of the year when you're not sure whether you really taught the kids anything because they're standing on their heads during circle time and learning time, and then at the end of the year when we start doing their evaluations, they're like, wow, these kids know their alphabet. They know their letters. This is exciting. So that's always fun. I think, too, one of the things that was an unexpected blessing in staying this many years is that I've had quite a few parents come into my office who were my children back in the day, back when we started, and they are bringing their children back to our school. And that's just been really a blessing and exciting for me that they would think enough and remember enough positive things about the school that they would bring their own children back. So that's been fun. Christmas programs and year-end graduation are always fun. We practice and practice and practice. And always the week before, the kids aren't singing and they're clowning around and we're thinking, oh my gosh. And then they get up there for their performance and they do a wonderful job. So that's always fun and a blessing to see and a blessing to the parents. One of the other things that's really been a blessing is that we've had some of our former students come in as ROP students and train in our facility. And so that's been fun, one, to see them grow up and to see that they thought enough of the school that they want to come in and spend some time learning to teach. And then also some of those students have come back after graduating from high school and after they've completed a couple of years of college and they started working for us. So it's just been a circle, and so it's been really exciting and fun to see that. We have staff meetings every week. I meet with half the staff on one day and half the staff on the other day. And we go over lessons. We go over if there's any children we need to be praying for or any situations we need to all be on the same page about and discuss those. But one of the things that we do is as a staff, we do a devotional and prayer for each other and for the kids each week. And that's always been a blessing, and it's always been something that's been that we just always have done. And no matter how rough a week we've had, we figure out a time that we can get together and pray for each other. And even through this COVID, when we couldn't have staff meetings because we had to stay separated, we still had a link going and prayed for each other when there was anything difficult or gave each other words of encouragement. And so that also has been a blessing. It seems that any challenges that came up, God always got us through. We did a lot of praying, some years, some months, some weeks. But I feel that one of the bigger blessings really is that we have a church that supports the school. I go to directors' meetings at times, and there have just been really sad stories of churches whose don't support the preschool, and their perhaps their monies are combined with the church, and so those monies get spent up, and teachers have had to go at other schools have had to go buy diapers or necessities for their children, and out of their own pockets. And that's not something we've ever had to do. Our budgets have been separate. I report to the board and they give me guidelines, but we've always had a really good working relationship. Even through the different pastors and the different leaderships, there's always been a good sense of support, and that just has been strength for me to know that if something goes awry or something I can't solve, I can always come to the church board or the church staff and say help, and I get help. So that's been awesome. I'm gonna miss everybody terribly. I'm gonna miss all the little voices. I'm gonna miss the hugs and smiles. But I will be in and out because I can't just say goodbye and walk away. But thank you to my staff for all the support. We have staff who have been here for years and years as well, and wasn't something that was expected, but something that we tried to put in the budget to keep our staff here, and it has worked. And so that has just been a blessing that we've had people that I can rely on and depend on. When I'm not here, or when we've got several people out sick, we all know each other's jobs well enough that we can just pitch in and do them. So that also has been a really big blessing.